Hi, I'm Titli and I'm going fruit picking. Well, the good news is that all my fruit and my fruit trees survived the high winds of last week, so no news there really. It's a very calm day, it's quite humid, and it's perfect for picking some of the fruit. I'm going to start with the plum tree here because I've got plums to pick. Now last year I had all of 2 plums off this tree. This year's a little bit better. 2. Yeah, that's ripe. 3. I've actually got more than I realised, because it's only when they ripen that you can really see them through all the leaves. There's a couple more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh, ooh, I'm going to go and weigh these. Back in a minute. Okay, I've got just about a pound. I'm thinking dessert. What do you suggest? I've come over here so you can witness the picking of the first ever pear from Titli's busy garden. Are you ready? It's not too firm. Are we ready? Ta-da! There is another pear on this tree, but it's not quite ripe yet. It's still a bit firm. I'm going to enjoy this one with my lunch. My first ever pear. A few of my catcher apples have fallen off the tree just this morning, so I'll pick them up and pick the rest off the tree as well. Whoop. See how easily they fall off. These are lovely apples. They're called catcher. They've got quite a dry skin, but when they're ripe they lose their greenness, apart from the red bits obviously. The green bits go this lovely golden yellow colour. Delicious. My Allington pippins at the end here are pretty much ready for picking too. Except the wasps have made their home in a couple of them. I'll sort that out in a minute. These are a lovely dessert apple too, with a sort of hollow sound. Very nice. I'll weigh these later. And I really should unburden this tree. This is a variety called Fiesta. There's loads of them this year. Well, I don't think there'll be any argument about which of my apple spindles produce the most fruit this year, but they're quite small apples, so what I'll probably do is press this into juice and maybe try and make some vinegar. I've still got a couple of apple spindles with fruit on. I've got my sunsets, which are over there, and my rosemary's russets, which are over there. But here's the league table so far. I'll pick the other apple spindles maybe next week or the week after. But still, that's a lot of fruit. The fruit is starting to drop off my big apple tree, so I think it's kind of telling me it's time to pick it. I'll start with these that have fallen off. They look okay. I had an amazing crop off these last year, but I'm not expecting quite so much this year. I think the tree's having a bit of a rest. Seems I'm being unnecessarily unoptimistic. Well, I've weighed these and there's about 12 kilos here. And these are cooking apples, so they're going to find their way into apple pies, crumble mix and chutney. But there's probably still at least, I'm guessing, another 7 or 8 kilos of apples to pick. I reckon my pumpkins have gone as orange as they're going to go, so I'm going to pick them. Probably could do with a saw actually. I'm going to have to cut them quite a way up. The stems are like wood. Now you can see that my courgette plant's just about finished. Spiky leaves. So I think it's about time I picked the monster! Oh, not quite so woody as the pumpkin. Dun 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 dun. Good heavens. I'll clean him off and weigh him as well. Back in a minute. So, I've cleaned them, I've washed them, and the news is this little pumpkin here, 1.5 kilograms. This bigger pumpkin here, 2.4 kilograms. And this little monster, my super monster pumpkin, weighs in at a whopping 3.6 kilograms. I've no idea what I'm going to do with this, but it's a monster. And it does mean I can now dig out this courgette plant and the pumpkin plant, create a bit more space over here. I've just seen earwigs scurrying around, so if any of you have got any tips on how to eradicate earwigs from your garden, I'd love to hear about them. There's nice and tidy. Just the space I need to plant up 6 of my cauliflower plants. Now, if you can remember back that far, these are actually the plants from the seeds that Sean from the Horticultural Channel sent me. And the good news is I haven't seen any butterflies for about a week. Alrighty, and I think I'll put the other 6 over there by the leeks. Next week is going to be one of those weeks where I start to think about autumn and winter and get the gardening to some kind of shape ready for that. Thanks for watching, and do join me next time in Titli's Busy Garden.